All right. We have the last beer for tonight for review. This is another winter seasonal specialty thing in the NSLC gift thingy section. This is from Boxing Rock, and this is in their Fisticuffs series. Oh, look, we have a Wild Paul has entered the chat. Paul Romali, PA Brew News. Cheers, brother. Cheers to you, sir. This is Fisticuffs, Biere de Garde. Oh. 8% alcohol by volume. Fisticuffs Barrel Aged Biere de Garde, our legendary Le Rive du Sud. Already a unique and complex beer has been, I've never heard of this other one they've done, has been further enhanced by 15 months in a Glenora whiskey barrel. Boo! Glenora sucks, but we'll let it slide. Before entering the barrel, this beer presented complex caramel and blah, 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 blah. So it's been whiskey barrel aged 15 months. To be sipped and savored, ingredients: water, barley, hops, yeast. Biere de Garde, a version of the sort of Belgian French farmhouse ale, but it's the beer for keeping. And it can range anywhere from about 4.5% to 8.5% generally. And usually it's not very hoppy. It's usually much more fruity. Can be funky at times. But usually just like it's a nebulous style. Farmhouse ale, saison, all nebulous styles. People try to put them in boxes. People fail because it was basically whatever the farm in question available to them to make a beer with. And how you get a style out of that other than we did whatever we wanted to do, I don't know. I don't get it. But it's the world we live in, bitches. It's the world we live in. So this is corked and caged, so I gotta undo the fucking Jesus. My soft, girly hands being dug into here with this fucking shit. Cage off. Pull this cork. Coming pretty easy. Come here, bitch. I know how to work it. There we go. Ooh, it smells winey. Ooh, it smells like white wine. That straight up smells like wine. And I say wine, I know it's actually the whiskey notes coming from the Glenora barrels that's doing it. But Glenora whiskey from Cape Breton is so fucking like orchard fruit. It just comes off smelling like white wine. I'm not a fan of the Glenora whiskey barrels at all when it comes to actually drinking their whiskey. And when it comes to the beer, it depends on what they're trying to do with the beer. I'll just leave it at that. How many milliliters is this? 355, okay. So it's a very hazy, like, gravy color. Looks a little redder on the camera, but it's basically like, looks like beef stock gravy, kinda. The head is a nice tan, very light tan, but tan. Let's go with the aroma. Cheers. Oof. So the Glenora barrels are just dominating this. And now, I don't like Glenora's whiskeys. I'll be very frank about that. I do not like their whiskeys. Not the flavor profile, the aroma profile I want from a whiskey. Especially one that's basically Canadian Scotch, but they can't call themselves Scotch because the Scotch Association or whatever is like, fuck you. And they actually like tried to, I guess, sue them and like make them change their names from Glenora to something else or whatever. I can't recall that was a thing. A dick move, but whatever. But as far as like their whiskey casts, the notes they give off, like depending on the kind of beer they're trying to bring those notes to, it could be a real good thing. And I'm thinking this might be okay. I'm thinking this might be really good. It might be honestly the perfect thing for their barrels. Like, just dump the fucking whiskey out and sell your barrels to breweries. that might be the better thing to do. I'm just saying. Anyway, it's very green fruit, orchard fruit. Like a lot of apple in this. Pear. Caramel underneath. And you got there's a little bit of grainy malt, so there's enough there to make you go, okay, beer. It's almost like a baked apple kind of thing there, where like the sugars get caramelized a little bit, and nice. Maybe a little bit of wood and vanilla. This is very nice in the aroma. As far as like marrying that to a beer base, a malt base, much more agreeable than in a Scotch adjacent whiskey for me. So let's go to the taste. Cheers. Let's see how it translates. All right, radar in here. Where's Boxing Rock Brewery? That is also Nova Scotia, sir. It is in the South Shore region of Nova Scotia, in the county of Yarmouth, in Shelburne, Nova Scotia. So basically, the tip of the penis that is Nova Scotia. You go there, you'll find Boxing Rock Brewery. This is pretty damn good. Yarr, mouth. Oh, we got someone pooping in the chat. We got Greg pooping in the chat. All right. So those orchard fruit notes from the Glenora whiskey barrels are very prevalent in the actual taste. The aroma pretty much translates right to the taste. Again, very much like slight pear, a lot of apple, A lot of burnt caramel kind of taste in this as well. Very sugary, but it's not cloyingly sweet. Like let me be very specific about that. It's definitely not cloying. I'd say it's something close to candy apple you can get at Halloween. But you know, not as gross as actual candy apples. Let's see. Vincent Radar says Shag Harbor. There was a UF thing over there. Okay. Not familiar with Shag Harbor. But Shelburne, Nova Scotia is the birthplace of my mother, and used to go there once in a while to visit my great aunt with my grandfather, and or my, I guess grand aunt. Is grand aunt a thing? Great aunt, grand aunt? I don't know. His sister, anyway, and went there a couple times to visit as well with my mother. And Shelburne's a nice, sleepy coastal spot in Nova Scotia, and you know, nice people, laid back, very nice place. Not a lot going on, but you know what? I value fucking towns where there's not a lot going on. Yeah, and it finishes kind of sweet, kind of clean. Not bad. Again, Biere de Garde is such a fucking nebulous style. Rating it on style is... I don't know how anyone actually does it. I'm sure there's like some BJCP bullshit where it's like, oh, strict adherence to these things that we've decided. But I mean, if you're going to be realistic, Farmhouse Ale Saison, it's not a real style. It's just beer people made at their farm from the ingredients they had. And if you're going to give me like the fucking definitive version of that, I call bullshit. I call serious fucking bullshit. Raider says Shag Harbor is in Shelburne County, but we all know it was one of East Vortex inducing flatulence. I mean, very much could be. I feel like most of Nova Scotia was probably formed by Guy taking a massive shark at one point or another. But yes, you know, style-wise, whatever. Biere de Garde, sure. Let's just say 8, because it's really good. Nothing tastes bad about it. The Glenora barrel qualities come through super strong, which, you know, not necessarily a Biere de Garde thing. Not necessarily barrel aged with like barrel whatever is going on. But what do you judge it against? I don't know. I've had other Biere de Gardes. They've been good. This is good. I like it. So style-wise, 8. Personal preference, 7.5. I will definitely consider buying it again. The sort of orchard fucking you know, green fruit tastes are not something I super gravitate towards, but it works in this beer. And you know, I think if there is one kind of quality of like sort of Biere de Garde, farmhouse ales, stuff like that, it's that they're usually kind of mild, even though they can have varying ingredients. They're generally fairly laid back, not super hoppy, not super aggressive in any way. Like, they can be spicy and stuff, but they're open to being influenced by other things, and maybe that's more the style, where it's just like an easy laid-back beer that can be added to and still be like really smooth and easy to drink. And that's the case with this one. 8%. I don't taste the alcohol at all. This could easily be 4.4% or whatever, which is kind of like the starting alcohol for the style. Yeah, it's good. So yeah, I said 8.4 style, 7.5 for personal preference. It's worth it if you can get it. It's a French, slightly Belgian farmhouse thingy. And if you like that kind of thingy, the Glenora barrels work with those flavor profiles pretty well. And good use of Glenora barrels. That's got to be a win. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the views and the interaction. And let's see what Raiders is here. And Nova Scotia was Nick. Stratovolcano Spartacus? You really need to get out of the house, Raider. Just putting it out there. Need to, maybe either go walk outside, get a little fresh air. Might help you a lot. But still love you, buddy. And we're going to get it here. Bye.